Welcome to Nevada Southern Realty, where today we're working on the remodeling of a fresh new bathroom. The kids have torn up this bathroom 3 times. It's been rebuilt 3 times over the past 7 years. However, this time they're working with me and we're doing a together project on remodeling it. So the first thing we did is we took out this cabinet area here where the old cabinetry was. We replaced it with a pedestal sink. We have all of our tools. What we're going to be doing here though today is taking some of these spots where the old mirror was connected, where the old backsplash was, filling them in and leveling them, flattening everything out to where it is in one flat surface. So what we'll do now is we'll start working on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is this is purchased at Home Depot Lowe's, all-purpose mud. You can also use taping and topping mud. There's a couple different types. I like to go into the mud a little bit like this and get the area in the bottom because it's usually a little more moist in there. Layer. Top has kind of, after we've done our rough sand here, we went back and we've moistened it with a sponge. That's why it looks a little different in color throughout here. Now what I'm going to do is start applying a little bit of this mud, and my goal is to apply it and float it out as smooth as possible. So we're going to go down here, we're going to go into our affected areas only. We don't want to get the mud up into this texture area because our new mirror is only going to go about there and cover it up. But what we are going to do is we're going to come into here, make sure all that dust is removed first from the first sanding to smooth everything and rough it up. Now this will stick extra good once you rough it up like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come back through here and we're going to just flatten it out like this. I'm going to do a long drag like that. As long as I'm doing a long drag and I'm keeping the pressure consistent along the drywall there. This of course is your drywall. This is your all-purpose mud. You'll see the more I do here, it's going to start finishing. And then don't worry about it. If you have a little bit of a glob here or there, try to knock it down. Knock it down to the best of your capability, but don't get too upset because remember, the mud right now is at its largest point. It's moistened to the maximum. As the moisture dehydrates out of the mud, you'll notice it'll tighten up. So even if it doesn't look real good right now when you finish it, okay, it will tighten up. And then by the time you hit it with the sander one more time, which we use this type of sander here, pole sander, and it straps the sandpaper in on both sides here, just like that. And that tightens in with the wing nut. And then you'd hit that once you're done. But if you hit it while it's wet, you would be wet sanding. Now some guys do believe in wet sanding. However, for today what we're going to be doing is we're only going to let it dry up all the way, and then we're going to come back over it with one more coat and then lightly sand it off. So now my goal with this last final draft right here is to not put my hand on anything, to go as smooth as possible, to use all the mud on my knife, not go too into the other areas, and knock down any high spots. Now remember, this is only a 4-inch blade right here I'm using today. It's 4 inches across here. Okay? You can see my hand is a little bigger than that, right? But the blade is about 4 inches. Now they have 8-inch blades, and of course if you use an 8-inch blade, that'll knock all that down in one swipe. So consider that when you're doing your pedestal sink conversions from a pedestal or from a cabinet, excuse me, I had that backwards like I usually do, from a cabinet sink to a pedestal sink upgrade here. I'm just going to try and smooth it over. So I did a lot this way, so now I'm going to do a couple across the other way, crisscross my mud stripe, see? Hey! After this, you got no reason to call me to come do the mud, okay? You can do it on your own. There it is. Do you want to zoom in on that mine and show them how that came out as the first coat? And then go ahead when you're ready, conclude that video. Hello, March 16th, 2023. We're here completing the bathroom for our guest bathroom. What I'm going to be doing today is just taking this area. If you'll take a look down here, right below here is the area where the back of the toilet would normally sit. Here's the toilet flange down below. And if you slowly go back up to here, what I'll be doing today is taking 2 pieces of tile, and I'll take those 2 pieces of tile and I'll be mounting them behind the toilet. So as our kids are doing their bathroom remodel today, what'll happen is it'll give that toilet a backsplash area. Backsplash area. So what we'll be using today for doing the backsplashing is DAP, and this is a silicone-based product. We're going to need to make sure that I jumped the gun here a little bit. We're going to make sure to poke the end of the hole inside the can because it won't work properly. I'd give it a few jabs to really break the seal on the inside. That vapor barrier is there to keep it from going bad. And what I'll be doing is these 2 tiles here. And go ahead and put that on really generously. You want that on very generously because that's going to hold your tiles on. You're going to get a little bit to come out of the end of there. Just keep using up every bit of that you got. And then what I do is I release this handle and it takes the pressure off so it doesn't keep shooting out the end of the nozzle here as you're working. So then when you go back to grab the gun next time, it's prepped and ready. Okay, now what we'll be doing today is this piece here first, which already has a little chunk out of the side there for the water valve down below. And what we're going to be doing is sliding this up against the other stuff here to my left. Nice and tight up against there. And now what we've done is we've just created a vapor barrier which will hold moisture and water back from the wall. Now I'm just going to find anything I've got here. Today I've got this sandwich block we were using earlier. I'm going to push that between my 5-gallon bucket and the tile so that the tile remains tight up against the wall. That tension and then this next piece is what's going to keep that piece up against the wall. So I've got another piece behind me from the sink that I'm going to place next to this other piece to hold it up once I get all the glue on it and have it prepped and ready. So you see I've already glued that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue down here. And I'm going to stick this piece. I'm going to release the tension on the back of the gun so it doesn't pour into my new toilet over here. And then I'm going to flip this piece quickly around. It's going to go all the way up under the sink and give me a nice backsplash for the little boys that are in this home that seem to have a problem keeping it all inside the toilet. So just gonna go like that. I'm gonna grab my other piece here and place that up against there. Get some kind of a tool there to kind of wedge it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my excess caulking here, kind of seal the hole with my finger. Okay, just like that. I'm going to take the leftover in the gun. I'm going to use every bit of my material down to the last drop. And the reason is because you always end up just having the amount of material that you need if you do your parts list first, your materials list, and go a little bit more in depth. See who has the best deals on the material you're purchasing. And that's it. Simple as that. We're going to let that set up for about 30 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to give it a complete caulking, watertight integrity seal around 360 degrees of these square tiles. These particular ones here are about 18 by 18s. And we got 2 18 by 18s here. Remember, follow and subscribe. The revolution is being transcended. How you doing? Welcome to Nevada Southern Realty, where today what we're going to do is going to be cutting down a couple logs at the same time while we're remodeling the bathroom, and we're going to join all these projects together to help get some firewood generated. So today, here's a log that's already got a mark down the center. As you can see, my wedge fits right in between here. What I'm going to be doing is priming it first with the chainsaw. As we get the chainsaw mark in there, it's going to loosen it up and give it a splitting line for it to be a little easier to split. I want that one log to stay off in one big piece. So hopefully everything goes good today and we stay safe. As you can see, we have our safety glasses on before we start. So what I'm going to be doing today is taking right here where it's already got a spot ready to separate, and I'm going to be going into it a little more with the teeth. Please, if you try this at home, make sure you wear your gloves. We're pros. We've been doing this for years out here since my family in Remodel, Michoacan, Mexico. We've got one more cut here. We've got our smaller piece there, which will break up into kindling. And then we've got our larger piece here, which has the center cut out now. And what we'll be doing is just attempting to use a maul here and trying to split that right in half. So clear your area out. Like this. Make sure you don't touch too much of that. Make sure you just get that wedge in right. And if you split it on the line where the natural line already was occurring, you should get the same thing that I got here, which is a successful split. Just like that, I separated my two pieces of wood. And you can see what I was separating there was a major knot. But however, because it was already in the spot where the split was, it tended to go a little easier. See the material here through the age rings and how the material here was already separated up top. So all I did was I kind of started a head start, which made it very simple for splitting. Keep watching Nevada Southern Realty. We're going back to the bathroom now to remodel. The tiles should be dry. We've used all our time appropriately and allocated everything in the agenda according to what needed to be complete to prepare for this filming and to prepare for our remodel. Thank you. Keep watching. Subscribe and follow. Record.
Something holding up.
Let me see. Remember, it's lefty loosey, righty tighty, right?
I'm going this way. See?
No, it is a little bit tight here. Let me see. Let me try this one. See? I'm gonna get right up inside there.
Wait, I'm gonna put it in there. It's like at an angle.
It is?
It's like this.
Which angle?
like this.
Oh, the screw goes in at an angle?
It goes like this. That's how it's pointed.
And why is it that way?
Because that's how it tightens.
Right, because that holds the piece on the back that mounts to the drywall, and then there's a little skirt on there, and that skirt keeps the screw placed tightly against it, which adds tension to the front plate, holding it on the wall. Does that make sense? Okay, now hold it for me, let me see. And let our viewers watch without your fingers in front of the camera. Try to keep your fingers back. And let's see if I can get it for you now. I'm gonna try and put it right in there. Okay, and then see, you gotta push tight and unscrew. Do you see I did that? You don't need to take it all the way out because your piece is gonna stay on the wall. What you need to do though is make sure you don't drop this glass shelf once it breaks free, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you see how I just did that?
Yes.
So now, if you did it right, you should be able to do like that and remove your shelf for painting.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching Nevada Southern Realty.
Pause it?
Okay. Yep. Messiah, we're back. We're all masked up. We got the tile laid. We got the wood cut outside. And now we're jumping back to the bathroom. You're supposed to sing that song. I wear my sunglasses at... You know that song? Oh, okay. It's okay not to know the song, puppy. Head up. Chest out. That's my boy. You ready to go on this? What do you got in your hand?
Paint.
And why is it important you learn how... Right. Why is it important you learn how to do the bathroom and remodel it?
Because in case when you have a family, if this
Oh.
happens to you, you need to do it.
Oh, say that again.
If you have a family and this happens to you, you need to do it for the family.
What happens to... What do you mean? What happens? What happened to our bathroom?
And if your toilet gets clogged and you can't use it.
Yeah. And the kids happen to make sometimes a little bit of a mess in the bathroom, huh?
Yes.
So we had to take the cabinet out and put the new sink in, and then we're gonna clean up, put the new toilet in, and paint all the walls, right?
Yes.
And just give it a fresh remodel. That's the good thing about owning a home, is you always have the opportunity to do a fresh remodel and start fresh, right?
Yes.
All right, all right. Well, do you want me to help you put the paint in the pan? Are those the ones you're using for safety glasses? Is that why you got your shades on tonight?
Yes.
Okay. And your mask is on, so you're ready to go?
Yes.
I got a better mask in the back that helps with the fumes, but that one will work right now for just pouring the pan out, okay? Can you give us a thumbs up, buddy? All right. All right, and here we go. Kids remodeling the bathroom that they tore up themselves. And you want to place that and put it on evenly. Make sure you cover all your new drywall patches that we had to do. And right up to the corners. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay if it gets a little on the tape, because guess what? That's why the tape is there. Right. Jeez, look at that corner already. How clean it looks after just one roll. After the kids are done painting, this is how it turned out. Pretty clean. The area back behind the sink where the cabinet had been removed and changed out. Pretty clean. Put the new tiles behind